The Subaru Outback has been redesigned for 2015 and it has some safety features that Subaru will say will make it one of the safest cars in its class. It's also spacious, practical and well equipped, and we've invited some of our readers along to give us their opinions on the all-wheel drive estate. Charlotte and Max currently own a Subaru Legacy Outback and are very tempted to buy this new one, depending on the available petrol engines in the UK. David Hobbs is a huge Subaru fan who wants to see how practical the Outback is compared to his Audi A4 Avant. Emmett Cotter has been waiting for the Outback launch to decide whether it's for him.
What a Subaru should look like. As soon as the cover came off, I was blown away by it, to be honest. I think the outgoing model was a bit awkward, a bit bulbous, maybe top heavy looking.
It looks great. I think it's very attractive. Nice lines to it, especially the front. I've always liked Subaru's lights, apart from their bug eyes, and these sort of the Hawkeyes they call them look really, really good.
It's a really good looking car. You've kind of kept true to the original, still got its nice lifted sort of stance, which gives it that nice road sort of presence, and it just looks like a generally safe, rugged, reliable car.
I think it's softer shaping. I do like the estate box style, but at the same time they can be too blunt. And I think the previous generation, they lost their way perhaps a little bit. I like it. I think it's a good improvement, and it's more the core Subaru that you would expect and that people are gonna want to buy.
Just looking on the interior, for example, there is an improvement there. The front seats were great for me. The driver position was fine. There was, everything was very close to hand. It feels as though it'd be very comfortable to sit in for long journeys. And in terms of the amount of space and boot space, there's ample for a family of four.
The interior-wise, it's leagues above anything I've ever seen before from Subaru. So cabin space is excellent. Seats are really comfy. It's got a nice feel to the steering wheel, and just generally the whole cabin is a really nice place to be.
I think it's got more cabin space definitely than my Outback, and I think there's more headroom space as well, so I think it's definitely an improvement, but it doesn't look a bigger car, so I think it's clever the way they've done that because they've increased the space inside, but it's still a manoeuvrable car even though it's on the big side of an estate.
Huge step up in quality, and build quality in particular. There's a real soft touch quality feel, even on the door card, everything. Small bit of mood lighting, you know. The boot has got plenty of space, it's very practical, good flat floor, no load lip. I put the seat all the way back past where I use it. I'm over 6'2", and even at that I sat into the back myself and I had plenty knee room. The only issue I have is the middle seat in the back, you know. But it's just whether I can fit 3 child seats in there will be a squeeze. That's the only negative really I could find with the car.
Down one end of the village you've got a 1 in 10 hill, and at the other end of the village you have to go through woodland, and every time there's a light breeze a tree falls down. So yeah, you do have to kind of go off-road a little bit, sort of on a daily basis. So I'm aware of the tyres, they're sort of dual purpose tyres, so they're fit for purpose. I mean, Subaru for me, they invented this genre, so it's not kind of them comparing themselves to the market, it's the market comparing themselves to the car.
Compared to other off-road estates, I think there is more ground clearance there. I think there's more off-road ability than 99% of people are going to ever need. I mean, the idea of buying a Land Cruiser and that's going to be going to the school run doesn't appeal to me.
So I think it's still the go-to car if you want an all-wheel drive estate. In terms of SUVs, I don't know. I think when people buy in the SUV sector, they look at things like Range Rovers and stuff, and I think on badge alone, it's probably not gonna attract people away from Range Rovers, but in the estate class that it's meant to be in, I think it's definitely the top one.
Touchscreen technology, so it's mimicking some of the tablets that are out there from what I've seen of it. So it looks as though it's quite sort of intuitive and user-friendly.
I think you would be able to use it safely, because if it was any smaller then you would have to sort of be looking at it. It would have all your attention. Obviously you need to drive, so you would have to stop and use it. And I like that Subaru have done it themselves so that it's going to be easy to update when it goes in for services. They'll be able to do all the updates and things like that. So I think it's a good compromise, and it'll do the job.
Yeah, I had a good play around with that, and I live in the middle of nowhere basically, and I was able to find my road, so if I can find that, I can find anywhere. Quite intuitive, maybe not quite as modern as some of what the other brands are bringing out now with Google Maps and everything, but really, you know, in a car like this, is that really what you're looking for? There's very little to go wrong with it as well. There's very few moving parts. The touch screen is quite responsive. There's no lag like in some other brands, and that no smudges on the screen or anything like that when I was using it. So yeah, I was quite happy with it. They've really just hit the nail right in the head this time. They've gotten the interior and the exterior perfect. You know, I'm quite smitten with it, to be honest. It'll depend on pricing and spec what we'll get in Ireland. But I've also checked that the emissions are much lower than the outgoing models, so car tax in Ireland, we do get punished quite heavily with high emissions. It's 145 grams per kilometre of CO2 in this, so like it'd make a difference of €200 a year to the road tax, so that's really all that was stopping me buying a Subaru in the past. You know?
Most of the cars that we have at the moment are LPG converted, have got the Forester and the Outback. All weathers, they've just been dependable, reliable vehicles, so hopefully if I was to purchase one new, I'd be expecting the same. And it would also be nice if the 2-litre turbo made it to these waters that I believe China are due to get with this particular model.
I'd like to buy a new car, and with a family and for longer trips, something like this is very appealing. And I've long been sort of a fan of Subaru cars anyway, so you know, what it's offering, I think that's a very good value, so it's something I would definitely be looking at, yeah.
The Outback will be in UK showrooms this spring. You can visit whatcar.com for full prices and specs, and make sure you check back later this month to see our verdict on the off-road estate when we drive it.